Did you know that in 2025, more than 7 million Canadians over the age of 65 could be directly affected by new laws and regulations that most people have never even heard about? Imagine losing part of your pension, facing sudden healthcare changes, or even being forced to leave the home you've lived in for decades, all because of rules that changed quietly in government documents. These are not small updates, they could reshape how seniors live, work, and retire in Canada. From retirement benefits to housing rights and even family reunification, the consequences are massive. And the most surprising part? Many seniors don't even know these laws exist. Number 10. Immigration and Sponsorship Laws, Family Reunification. For many older Canadians, family is the heart of daily life, and immigration laws play a major role in whether loved ones can live nearby. In 2025, updates to family sponsorship programs are especially important for seniors who rely on children or grandchildren for emotional and financial support. The Parent and Grandparent Program, PGP, continues to be one of the main pathways for reuniting families, but with limited spots each year, competition remains high. Seniors should understand that sponsors must meet strict income requirements to prove they can financially support relatives. These rules help prevent strain on social systems but can also delay reunification for families who don't immediately qualify. Another important option is the Super Visa, which allows parents and grandparents to stay in Canada for extended periods. In 2025, the program has been expanded to permit longer stays of up to 5 years per entry, reducing the need for frequent renewals. This is a critical development for seniors who depend on close family contact for caregiving and companionship. However, applicants still need proof of private health insurance and evidence of financial stability from their sponsoring family. Without these, applications may be denied. Understanding the differences between permanent sponsorship and temporary visas helps seniors plan realistically for long-term family connections. These laws are not only about paperwork, they directly impact quality of life for seniors. Having family nearby can reduce isolation, improve mental health, and provide daily support with transportation, meals, and medical appointments. Seniors who are separated from children and grandchildren may face loneliness and additional care costs. In 2025, advocacy groups continue pushing for expanded quotas to make reunification easier, but until changes occur, older Canadians must carefully navigate the system. Consulting with immigration lawyers, settlement agencies, or government resources can help families avoid mistakes that delay applications. For seniors, understanding immigration and sponsorship laws means more than staying informed, it means protecting the possibility of living surrounded by loved ones, with the emotional and practical support they need to age with dignity. Number 9. Fraud and Elder Abuse Protections. One of the fastest growing threats facing older Canadians in 2025 is fraud and elder abuse. As technology advances, criminals are finding new ways to target seniors, often through phone scams, online fraud, and financial exploitation. Laws have been strengthened to provide more protection, but awareness is still the first line of defense. Seniors are often approached with fake calls claiming to be from the Canada Revenue Agency, CRA, banks, or even family members in urgent need. These scams can pressure vulnerable individuals into handing over personal information or large sums of money. Recognizing warning signs and understanding the legal protections now in place can save seniors from devastating financial losses. In 2025, provinces have introduced stricter penalties for those convicted of exploiting or abusing seniors. This includes not only financial fraud but also physical, emotional, and caregiver abuse. New reporting hotlines and mandatory reporting requirements for healthcare and social workers are helping to catch cases earlier. Seniors living in long-term care or receiving home support should know that they have the right to safety, dignity, and respect under Canadian law. If these rights are violated, families can take legal action, and in many cases, government agencies can step in to investigate. Raising awareness about these protections ensures that no senior feels powerless in situations of mistreatment. To reduce risks, seniors should take practical steps such as never sharing banking information over the phone, using two-factor authentication for online accounts, and consulting trusted family members before making large financial decisions. Community workshops and senior centers across Canada now offer free sessions on fraud prevention, teaching older adults how to recognize scams. For those who suspect abuse, contacting local police, senior advocacy organizations, or provincial elder abuse hotlines is crucial. In 2025, the message is clear: seniors are not alone, and the law is on their side. By staying informed and vigilant, older Canadians can protect themselves from scams, hold abusers accountable, and preserve both their financial security and their personal dignity in later life. Number 8. Housing and tenant rights. For many older Canadians, housing is not only about shelter but also about security and stability. In 2025, updates to housing and tenant laws have made it even more important for seniors to understand their rights, especially if they are renting. One major concern is eviction protection. Seniors living on fixed incomes are particularly vulnerable to sudden rent increases or landlord-driven evictions. New regulations in several provinces now strengthen protections against unfair evictions, requiring landlords to provide valid reasons and proper notice. Knowing these rules can prevent older adults from being forced out of long-term homes, especially in high-demand cities where affordable housing is scarce. Another key area involves rent control and subsidized housing programs. In 2025, some provinces have tightened rent increase limits, ensuring that landlords cannot raise rent excessively in a single year. For seniors, this is critical, as unexpected housing cost spikes can eat away at pension income and savings. Additionally, seniors may qualify for rental supplements or housing benefits based on income level. Programs like these can make a significant difference, reducing monthly costs and helping seniors remain in safe, stable environments. It's important to check with local housing authorities to confirm eligibility, since rules vary across provinces. Those living in retirement residences or senior housing complexes should also review contracts closely, as extra charges for meals, cleaning, or medical support can quickly add up. Beyond finances, seniors should know their legal rights as tenants. This includes the right to safe and well-maintained housing, protection from harassment, and access to dispute resolution services if conflicts arise with landlords. In 2025, more provinces have introduced stronger mechanisms for reporting unsafe housing conditions, such as mold, heating issues, or accessibility barriers. Seniors are encouraged to document concerns and reach out to rental boards or advocacy organizations when needed. Understanding housing and tenant rights is not just about money, it is about maintaining independence, dignity, and peace of mind. By staying informed, seniors can better protect themselves from unfair practices and ensure they continue living in environments that support both their health and their well-being. Number 7. Inheritance and estate laws. Planning for the future means more than just saving money, it also means understanding inheritance and estate laws. In 2025, older Canadians must pay close attention to how their wills, assets, and estates are handled to protect their families. A will is the most basic but powerful tool, ensuring that property, investments, and personal belongings are distributed according to personal wishes. Without a valid will, provincial laws determine who inherits, which may not align with what the senior truly wanted. This can create unnecessary conflict among family members, and in many cases, legal fees consume a significant portion of the estate. Having a properly drafted will is one of the most important steps seniors can take to leave behind a clear legacy. In 2025, some provinces are updating probate fees and rules around estate administration. Probate is the legal process of validating a will and authorizing an executor to manage assets. While necessary, it can be expensive and time-consuming. Seniors with significant property or savings should explore options such as joint ownership, trusts, or beneficiary designations on accounts, which may help bypass probate. Another consideration is tax implications. When assets like real estate or investments are transferred after death, capital gains taxes may apply. For example, a cottage that has significantly increased in value could create a large tax bill for heirs. Planning ahead with professional advice ensures that families are not burdened by unexpected costs. Beyond finances, estate laws also touch on personal matters. Seniors may want to specify wishes for funeral arrangements, charitable donations, or guardianship of dependents. In 2025, digital assets such as online accounts, photos, and cryptocurrency are also becoming part of estate planning, and laws are evolving to address how these are transferred. Families are encouraged to keep an updated list of important documents and accounts to make the process smoother. Seniors who delay estate planning often leave their families with confusion and stress. By taking time to understand and apply these inheritance and estate laws, older Canadians can ensure their wealth, property, and values are passed on according to their wishes, offering clarity and security for the next generation. Number 6. Power of Attorney and Advance Care Planning. As Canadians age, one of the most important legal steps they can take is setting up a Power of Attorney, POA, and creating an advance care plan. In 2025, these tools remain essential for ensuring that personal wishes are respected if a senior becomes unable to make decisions for themselves. A power of attorney for property allows a trusted person, often a spouse, child, or close friend, to handle financial matters, such as paying bills, managing bank accounts, or even selling property if necessary. Similarly, a power of attorney for personal care gives someone authority over medical decisions, including treatments, housing, and long-term care options. Without these documents, families may be forced into lengthy and costly legal battles to gain authority through the courts. Advance care planning goes one step further by allowing seniors to document their preferences for end-of-life treatment, such as whether they want life support, resuscitation, or specific medical interventions. In 2025, more provinces are encouraging seniors to complete formal advance care directives, making it easier for healthcare providers to follow clear instructions. This not only protects the senior's autonomy but also reduces stress for family members, who may otherwise be left making painful choices during medical emergencies. For example, if a person clearly states in writing that they do not wish to be kept alive on artificial support, doctors are legally obligated to follow that directive. These documents bring clarity and peace of mind during moments when emotions run high. To set up these protections, seniors should consult a lawyer or notary to ensure the paperwork meets provincial requirements. Some provinces allow templates to be completed at home, but professional guidance can prevent errors that might invalidate the documents. Seniors should also update their POA and care plans regularly, especially after major life changes such as divorce, remarriage, or relocation to another province. It is equally important to discuss these decisions openly with family members so there are no surprises later. In 2025, having a valid power of attorney and an advance care plan is not just a legal formality, it is a safeguard for independence, dignity, and peace of mind as life circumstances evolve. Number 5. Long-term care and assisted living regulations. For many older Canadians, the decision to move into long-term care or assisted living is one of the most significant life transitions. In 2025, new regulations and standards have been introduced across several provinces to improve the quality of care after years of public concern. These updates focus on staffing levels, safety protocols, and resident rights, aiming to prevent the issues that became widely visible during the pandemic. For families, this means having stronger legal protections to ensure loved ones are treated with dignity and respect. However, these improvements also come with rising costs, making it crucial for seniors and their families to understand how the system works. The financial side of long-term care is where many people encounter challenges. In 2025, some provinces have adjusted daily rates for publicly funded nursing homes, while private facilities continue to charge much higher fees. These rates can quickly consume pensions, savings, and even the proceeds from selling a family home. Assisted living residences, which provide more independence but less medical care, are often not fully covered by provincial programs. Seniors and their families must carefully review contracts, as terms around extra services, such as medication management, mobility support, or meal plans, can vary widely. Knowing these details prevents unpleasant surprises and ensures that financial planning matches real-life costs. Beyond finances, seniors need to be aware of their legal rights within these facilities. Regulations in 2025 emphasize the right to safe environments, freedom from neglect or abuse, and the ability to participate in care decisions. Families are encouraged to stay involved, regularly visiting and monitoring care quality. Seniors should also know how to file complaints with provincial health authorities or ombudsman offices if they feel their rights are violated. Understanding these laws is not only about protecting oneself but also about holding institutions accountable. For older Canadians, long-term care and assisted living choices are deeply personal, but in 2025, they are also tightly connected to evolving legal standards. Being informed about these regulations ensures both peace of mind and better quality of life. Number 4. Health care and prescription coverage. One of the biggest concerns for older Canadians is healthcare costs, especially as medical needs increase with age. While Canada has a strong public health system, many seniors are surprised to learn that not everything is fully covered. In 2025, several provinces have updated their drug benefit programs, directly affecting how much seniors pay out of pocket. For example, programs such as the Ontario Drug Benefit, ODB, or British Columbia's Fair Pharmacare help reduce the cost of essential prescriptions, but eligibility thresholds and copay amounts have been adjusted. For retirees living on a fixed income, even a small change in coverage can add up to significant expenses across the year. Beyond prescription medications, seniors also need to be aware of coverage for medical devices and preventive care. In 2025, more provinces have expanded support for mobility aids, hearing aids, and vision care, though rules vary widely. Some programs require prior authorization, while others provide partial reimbursements only. It's essential for seniors to review their provincial health plan annually to understand what is included and what gaps remain. Rising demand for services means longer wait times for specialists and procedures, so many older adults choose supplemental insurance plans to fill in the gaps. These additional policies may cover items such as dental work, physiotherapy, or private hospital rooms, all of which can improve quality of life but come at a cost. To navigate these changes, seniors should take proactive steps. First, keep a list of all current prescriptions and ask doctors or pharmacists if cheaper generic alternatives are available. Second, review whether they qualify for federal benefits such as the Non-Insured Health Benefits, NIHB, program, which provides coverage for eligible Indigenous seniors. Third, explore community programs that offer free flu shots, wellness checks, or subsidized health clinics, especially in urban centers. Knowledge of these opportunities ensures seniors don't pay more than necessary. Healthcare in 2025 is not only about access, it's about understanding how laws and coverage programs intersect with personal needs. By staying informed, seniors can protect both their health and their financial stability, ensuring they receive the care they deserve. Number 3. Tax credits for seniors. Taxes can feel overwhelming at any age, but for older Canadians, knowing which tax credits apply in 2025 can make a massive difference in annual income. These credits are designed to reduce the amount of tax owed, putting more money back into seniors' pockets. One of the most widely used is the age credit, available once you turn 65. In 2025, the income threshold for this credit has been adjusted upward, meaning more middle-income seniors can qualify without losing the benefit due to clawbacks. For retirees living primarily on OAS and CPP, this credit can help balance rising living costs. Ignoring it could mean paying hundreds more in taxes unnecessarily. Another key benefit is the pension income splitting option, which allows couples to divide eligible pension income between partners. This strategy often lowers the household's overall taxable income, sometimes moving both individuals into lower tax brackets. For example, a senior earning $60,000 in pension income could split half with a spouse who earns much less, reducing the total tax bill significantly. In 2025, this provision continues to be one of the most effective tools for seniors trying to stretch their retirement savings. Similarly, the medical expense tax credit remains highly valuable, especially as healthcare costs rise with age. Seniors can claim expenses not fully covered by provincial health plans, including prescription drugs, mobility aids, and certain home care services. To maximize savings, seniors should carefully track all eligible expenses throughout the year. Keeping receipts for dental care, eyeglasses, hearing aids, and home renovations for accessibility can add up to major deductions. Another overlooked support is the Disability Tax Credit, DTC, which provides significant relief for those with long-term health conditions. Applying for the DTC requires medical certification, but once approved, it can unlock thousands in credits, even retroactively. Seniors are encouraged to use tools like the CRA's online portal or consult with certified tax professionals to ensure nothing is missed. In 2025, being proactive about claiming every eligible credit can mean the difference between financial stress and a more secure retirement. These credits are not just numbers, they are a lifeline for older Canadians navigating rising expenses. Number 2, Canada Pension Plan, CPP, adjustments. The Canada Pension Plan, CPP, is one of the most critical retirement programs for older Canadians, and in 2025, several changes have been introduced that directly affect how much seniors receive. Unlike the Old Age Security, OAS, which is residency-based, CPP is tied to a person's work history and contributions. Over the past few years, the federal government has gradually increased contribution rates to strengthen the plan for future generations, and in 2025, the maximum contribution levels are higher than ever. For seniors who are still working part-time, this means they may continue paying into CPP even while receiving benefits, something many retirees do not fully realize. Another significant update involves benefit amounts. The maximum monthly CPP payment for new retirees in 2025 has increased due to expanded coverage and inflation adjustments. This is positive news, but it also comes with important considerations. For example, the age at which you decide to start CPP drastically changes the amount you receive. Claiming CPP at 60 can reduce your benefit by over 35%, while delaying until 70 can boost it by more than 40%. This decision can mean the difference between struggling to cover essential costs and enjoying a more comfortable retirement. With life expectancy rising, many experts suggest delaying CPP for as long as possible, particularly for those with other income sources. To make the most of the CPP in 2025, seniors should carefully review their contribution history through their MyService Canada account. Those with gaps in employment, especially women who took time off for caregiving, may benefit from the child-rearing provision, which helps exclude low-earning years from calculations. Retirees who are married or living common law should also explore survivor benefits, which provide ongoing support to a spouse after death. For those still working, the post-retirement benefit, PRB, allows contributions to continue increasing monthly income. The CPP is not just a check, it is a financial foundation for millions of Canadians. Understanding how these 2025 adjustments impact retirement plans is essential for older adults who want to maximize income and protect long-term financial stability. Number 1. Old Age Security, OAS, changes. For many Canadians, the Old Age Security, OAS, program is more than just a monthly payment, it represents stability during retirement. In 2025, several important adjustments have been introduced that every senior must understand. Unlike the Canada Pension Plan, CPP, which is based on contributions, OAS is available to most people over 65 years of age who meet residency requirements. This year, the income threshold for clawbacks has shifted, meaning that some seniors may see reductions if their total income rises above a set level. For retirees who continue working, this can come as a surprise, as extra earnings may reduce their monthly OAS payment. Another critical update for 2025 involves the indexation of benefits. OAS is tied to the Consumer Price Index, CPI, which means payments rise when inflation climbs. With the rising cost of food, housing, and healthcare, these increases are essential to maintaining a basic quality of life. However, experts warn that even with adjustments, OAS may not fully keep up with the real cost of living in urban centers such as Toronto or Vancouver. Seniors are encouraged to review their statements carefully and compare them against projected expenses, ensuring they are not caught off guard by unexpected shortfalls. To make the most of these changes, seniors should take proactive steps. First, monitor Service Canada updates to confirm eligibility and payment schedules. Second, consider how other sources of income, such as CPP, pensions, or part-time work, might influence the OAS clawback. Financial advisors often recommend income splitting with a spouse to minimize taxable income and preserve more of the OAS benefit. Seniors should also be aware of the Guaranteed Income Supplement, GIS, which is linked to OAS and provides additional support for lower-income households. By understanding these rules, older Canadians can protect their retirement income and plan more effectively. Knowing the details of OAS in 2025 is not just about receiving money, it's about safeguarding independence and ensuring financial security in the years ahead. Throughout this video, we've uncovered 10 critical laws in 2025 that older Canadians cannot afford to ignore. From old age security adjustments to CPP changes, from vital tax credits to evolving healthcare coverage, these rules shape the daily lives of millions of seniors. They influence how much money arrives in a bank account each month, how affordable housing remains, and even the kind of medical care a person receives during the most vulnerable years of life. But it doesn't stop there. Estate planning laws determine how families inherit wealth, while tenant protections decide whether seniors can stay in their homes with stability. At the same time, strengthened fraud protections and updated immigration policies impact safety, security, and family bonds. Each law may seem small on its own, but together, they form the framework that defines dignity, independence, and quality of life for older Canadians in 2025. Understanding these laws isn't just about knowing rights, it's about protecting freedom, avoiding unnecessary financial losses, and making informed choices for the future. By staying aware, seniors and their families can face the coming years with more confidence, clarity, and peace of mind. Which of these laws surprised you the most, and how do you think it could affect your future? Share your thoughts in the comments, we love hearing your stories. And if you want even more insights, watch our previous video for valuable tips you might have missed. We put a lot of effort into bringing you this content, so please support us by subscribing. It's just one click, but it means the world to us.